In this series I'm starting, we will be learning the basics of sailing. So this is all you will need to know to get started sailing. Really any type of sailboat, keelboat, dinghy, all that. And this is part 1, points of sail. Okay, so we are going to be doing the points of sail. So first off, one of the biggest rules in sailing is you cannot go directly into the wind. So as you can see right here, the wind is coming down this way. So this boat is going directly into the wind. So what we call this is this triangle right here. This is called the no-go zone because you just don't go. So we're going to write no-go zone. And then if you are in the no-go zone, your sails will do something called luffing, which is when they wiggle back and forth. So, and then you will have your next point of sail, which is the closest you can get to the wind. So that is called being close hauled. And your sails will be basically as close in as you can get them. And then your next point of sail is called being in a close reach. So your sails, they'll be pretty much still in, but they'll be a little bit further out. Just a little bit further out like that. And then the next point of sail is called being in a beam reach. So this is when you are directly like 90 degrees with the wind. So you are in a beam reach. So your sails will be kind of like not quite halfway out, but like that-ish. And then your next point is in a broad reach. So this is about when your sails are halfway out-ish. And then finally, you're going to get to the point where you are running. So this is where you are going directly away from the wind. So like directly downwind, and your sails will be all the way out. So you can do something called wing on wing, where you have your jib sail, your smaller sail in the front, and your main sail on opposite sides, and that will make it so you can get like the most wind in your sails. Something else to add with this is as you are going downwind, you want to push your tiller away from your sail, and you're going to let your sail out. So tiller away from sail, and you are going to let sail out. And then as you're going upwind, you're going to be doing so this way, going upwind. You're going to be pushing your tiller towards the sail. Tiller towards sail, and you are going to be pulling your sail in. And then last thing for this is, I should have said this first, but when you are on this side, you are on port tack, because the wind is hitting your port side of the boat. And then when you're on this side, you're on starboard tack. Because the wind is hitting your starboard side of the boat. Okay, so the last thing we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be going over the vocab. So I didn't actually say this word while I was explaining it, but it's basically when you are in the no-go zone right here, you're in irons. So that's what that is. When you are in no-go zone. Okay, and then the next one is the no-go zone. So that is when you are pointed directly into the wind and you're not moving. So pointed into wind and not moving. Okay, so now we're getting on to our points of sail. So close hauled is the closest you can get to the wind. And that is also when your sails are all the way in. And then a close reach is your next point of sail. So you're turning downwind and your sails are a little bit further out. Okay, so a beam reach is when you are on a 90-degree angle with the wind. And your sails are almost halfway out. The next one is a broad reach, and this is when so you're going downwind now, and your sails are halfway out. And then the next one is running, and you are going straight downwind, like you're running away from the wind. Away from wind, and your sails are all the way out. And then that is all of the points of sail. So now we're getting on to the two sides of sailing. So it's basically just, if you cut it in half, port tack is this side and starboard tack is this side. So port tack is when the wind is hitting your port side of the boat. And then finally we have starboard tack, which is the opposite of port tack. So the wind is hitting starboard side of boat. Alright, I believe that is everything. So thank you for watching. Hope you learned some stuff.